Hi everybody, it's Gail from Gail's Bookish Things. A long time no see. Sorry for the shake of the camera there. I'm sitting at my kitchen table instead of my usual craft area because I wanted to do this ink sampling to share with you. I think these are going to be, excuse me, mostly new to me inks, or maybe all new to me. These are from Myra. I met Myra on Instagram. And she was so generous to send me all these ink samples to try. There were a few that we had talked about, and she was going to send them. And then she had a sad thing going on with losing a beloved pet. So she has now had the time to do this and sent these to me, as well as some vintage pens to try and a couple other goodies. So let's go ahead and explore these. I'm going to do the basic easy dip method that my friend Elise does at Elise Morgan on YouTube. You can find her at a whole lot of plans, a lot like latte, on Instagram. So anyway, she dips this and writes with this, and I also have my Kakamori pen from my friend Donna at South Shore Paper to use if I am getting myself all confused with dipping and writing and all the tricky things. So I've not been here for a while. I'm feeling much better. So thankful for that. Not totally normal. I've never been totally normal, but I'm not feeling 100%, but pretty darn close. So it's time for a video. Let's go ahead and take a look. I'm just going to grab these at random order. Just pull them out. I think it's kind of fun to do that. I'll be testing these inks on this Regalia paper by Endless. And I'm also going to try to remember to put them on the B7 Natural 75 GSM. This little packet is from Paper Penguin Co. And these are like $1 for 12 sheets. I like to swatch in one main book, I'm finding, but I do like to do swatches on this because this is the paper I'm using for the most part now. I'm also using this Sands and Tomoe River paper, but this is new, so I kind of want to see, newish to me, how the inks work on this paper. And I'm trying to get comfortable, and let's see if we can do this without shaking the camera too much. Okay, let's just grab a few and we'll see what happens. I may need to pause here in a few minutes to put supper in the oven. Krishna Candle Day. Well, that's a fun name. Let's, don't know if they need shaking, but I'll just do a little bit. I have my trusty water right here and a paper towel to dip in between. So if you wonder what's been, you know what, is that going to even fit in there? Let's see. Ooh, it does. I have been battling a really crazy long-term bout. I don't know what to call it. Okay, this end isn't working. Let me do that differently. Actually, I think I need to do this end. I have, gosh, look at your head. I've been thinking in about a month. Okay, finally got it figured out. Got to use this end. I don't know what I was doing before. This is a really pretty color. I love the name. Anyway, as I was saying, vertigo. I've been having really, really bad vertigo. And sitting pretty much on the couch for a few weeks. And it's getting better, but man, I don't wish that upon anybody. Gotta tell you, it's not fun. Forgot to swatch it on here. Well, let's just go ahead and write. And Krishna Candle Day. What a fun name. That is so cool. I have never tried these inks. I don't think I've ever sampled them. This is a beautiful color. I don't know if you can see how it's kind of sticking to the edge on here, but it is a really lovely golden, orangey yellow. I'm liking how it's showing up here. This will be fun to try in an actual pen, but I'm super excited about how it looks here. Kind of makes me think a little bit of, let's go ahead and dip this. Let's see if we can get it to work. The color of a chestnut horse. I used to take riding lessons. This makes me think of the color chestnut on a horse. But actually here, oh man, I like that. It's just like sort of glowing, seems to me. I've got to get my groove here. I keep opening and closing the bottle before I'm done with it. I really don't want to make this last longer than it needs to, but I'm so out of practice. Don't know what I'm doing. If you have used any of the inks that I show, I would love to have your comments below on what your experience has been. But wow, that's pretty neat. I like that a lot. I am a person who loves rusty colors and warm oranges and yellows, greens. But I like to try all kinds of colors, but these are the kinds of colors that I think were designed for me, the ones I'm really drawn to. Okay, quite fond of how that looks. Very, very cool. Okay, the next one, and of course, do you remember the old cartoon Jungle Book? And Bagheera says to Baloo, it was inevitable, Baloo, when Mowgli walks down the path to the girl in the man village. It's inevitable that I will get ink all over my hands when I have inks out. Really got a lot there. Ooh, what a striking color. There, Gail. Good job. Do it all at once. Too much ink. It's a really thick ink, seems to me. A little swish there. This, oh, drop my paper towels. This and this together, I love. Of course, I just shut it up. Okay, this is a Tasha Jeans, navy jeans. So the series, I guess, is jeans, and these are navy jeans. I do like Tasha inks. I have a couple of them. I have the olive, and I have the golden wheat, and they are two of my favorites. So let's see how this one writes. Of course, they look darker in the dip pen, so I think the real test is actually inking it up in a fountain pen. But this is nice. It does make me think of dark jeans, and it looks like it's getting a little bit of a shimmer, or a sheen, I mean. Okay, next one is going to be Schaefer Turquoise. All right, yay. A turquoise to try. You may know that I've been on the never-ending hunt for the perfect turquoise to put in my tailored pen company, Havasupai Falls pen. And I have come up with my own blend of Kujaku and Noodler's Green Marine. But if I could find a bottled one that's already mixed up, that could be fun too. This is a more, why does it like work sometimes and not others? That's weird. This is a blue leaning turquoise. Interesting how they look slightly different on the different papers, isn't it? That's really pretty. Very cheerful color. Makes me think of springtime, summer. Because of the vibrancy, I guess it just makes me think of warmer seasons for some reason. Look at, gosh, so sloppy. Okay, that's all right. That's fun. That's half the fun. Schaefer Turquoise. So this is a, like I said, a blue-ish turquoise. And some I find are more green. Ferris wheel press Madame Mulberry. Oh, nice. I have seen this one on videos. Let me see. Oh, it doesn't look like it's got a shimmer or anything. So this will be very fun to try here. Pop that little bubble. Try not to spill it all over the ink book. Interesting, very gray as it goes on. Fun. Okay, so this is very surprising to me. For a name that says Madame Mulberry, I would expect more purple. But I like this, and wouldn't a chromatography be neat? Because there's probably purple in that. I think it would be really fun to have the job of naming fountain pen inks. I love how it does this little pooling, don't you? I think it looks like a fancy rock. One of those that you buy polished and you can see, like maybe it's, is it an agate that I'm thinking of? I don't really know rocks very well, but the ones that kind of look like they have little eyes or circles in them. Anyway. Now, as it's drying, I'm getting a hint of purple. A little bit more on the B7 natural paper. Slightly more grayed here. Very close, though. This Cappuccino KWZ, I believe, is the one that Myra and I first started chatting over. She was suggesting it for one of my pens, and do I remember? It might have been my Armenian Baklava pen by Benu. Myra, if you are watching, please remind me which pen. If it was a pen, maybe we were just comparing inks, talking about ink comparisons, but I would love to have my memory refreshed on that. This is a KWZ ink, and I don't know if they all have the vanilla fragrance, but this one does. Cappuccino, what a beautiful color. I'm liking this a lot. This would look good in my Jinhao X159, which is called Coffee, which is why I bought it, which is so funny because if it was named anything else, I wouldn't have been as tempted. I did want to try it. And then when I saw that it was called Coffee, I'm like, okay, I've got to get that. That is super cool. Reminding me a little bit of Birmingham Pen Company Burley Wood, which is an ink that's new to me that I'm absolutely loving. It kind of has this same shading quality, but it's a little bit lighter. This is a little bit slightly more brown. Okay, let's see if we can get it on here as well. Got enough ink on this dip nib. That is really nice. I'm liking these. We have our, things that we're naturally drawn to, but Myra, to suggest this was really a good idea based on the pen or ink that I had been showing when you mentioned that, because I am very much drawn to this cappuccino and the Candle Day. So far, those are my favorites. Okay. I don't know how to say that, but it's something to do with a cardinal. So. Ooh, isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. Wondering if you can see that color. I love this shade. I don't know if the right thing would be to call it purple leaning or more pink, somewhere in between. I'm going to just put Cardinal down. Yeah, that's really, really pretty. It's been really good. Okay, this is the color. This is the color that I need for my Havasupai Tailored Pen Company pen. This is the greenish leaning, what I would call green leaning turquoise. Let's see what the name of this one is. Colorverse Spirit. I love Colorverse inks. I have a few that I'm really enjoying. One of them is Tex-Mex. It's a great match with my Opus Coloro. That's so funny. I'm so excited to try it in my other pen because that's the color. Doesn't it look much darker here? I realize it's not dry yet, and I'm going off screen. But let's see when it dries, if there's that much difference between the B7 and the Endless Regalia. That's a very beautiful color. Whoops, my timer's going off. Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. That's my reminder to put the tuna casserole in the oven. My husband's on a business trip, and when he travels, I don't really like to have to cook, but I remind myself I still have 2 other people besides myself that would appreciate having food. So I usually do simple things. I'm a simple cooking person anyway, but when he's gone, I'm really simple. So tonight it's tuna casserole. This is a really pretty color. First I thought it would be similar to the Tasha Navy Jeans, but it is not. And this one is Krishna Elegant Teal. Very nice. It's fun to try these Krishna ones. Elegant Teal. Whoa, I've got a lot of ink on this nib. It's showing a pink sheen right in there, around the circles and along there. Now, a question I have, if anybody would like to please comment below, is where do you buy Krishna inks? Look how much more saturated these look here, though. Again, not dry, but that Colorverse Spirit. Oh my goodness. So pretty. I have an ink from Pure Pens, which is in, I believe, well, it's in the UK. Can't get this open. Oh, look. I thought we made it through without a leak. I'll have to come back. Anyway, I'll go wash this and come back. This reminds me of Pure Pen's Kum Idwal. It's a really nice, deep saturated color with the little highlights. So I'm gonna get this situation remedied and I'll be right back. We're back. Got my hands washed. So one of these leaked and I cannot read the labels. We're gonna go ahead and swatch them. And then if Myra is watching, maybe she can let us know. This was, gosh, Mont Verde, something blue. When I was rinsing off the bottle though, it might have been the document blue. I'm not sure. I think so. Let's go ahead and do this one first. Oops, I lost my pan. I have no idea where I put my dip pen. I went to clean these and I put the stuff in the oven. So I'm going to use my Havasupai Falls pen, and you can see, we'll just take a little detour here, why this color here, the color versus spirit, seemed like a really good match, especially where this color is more deep. Oh my goodness. Looks like it was made for this pen. We'll use this as our little dip, and I will use my Kakimori pen for the writing. A little bit less on that one, but it'll still work for comparison, I think. This is a fun variety of colors. Oh, this is getting a gorgeous, oh my, that's amazing. Like a violet. She wrote with this. I want to say it's like document blue. I'm going to put a line and I'll fill that in later. That's amazing. Wow, that's gorgeous. Mont Verde, something blue. So pretty. What a true blue, I think. I think kind of like a primary blue. That's what that looks like. But with this lovely sheen to it. This looks like another nice tealish blue. Let's see what happens besides. Just one of these leaked, I think, but it just kind of messed up the label on the other. That's a lovely shade, isn't it? Wow. That's really nice. I wish I knew what it was, but I'm sure we can find out. I was going to write what it was. I don't know. I'll just put a question mark. And last but not least, this color. I'll just put it over here. Ooh. I can't tell if it's a black or if it's a like deep grade brown. I like it though. Yes, these two we don't know, and this we partially know. So I'm gonna go get her letter and see if I can enlighten us just a tad bit more. I double checked. I knew she talked about it in her letter, and this is Documental Blue by Mont Verde. So while I'm thinking of it, don't laugh at me. The elusive pen rolled under my book when I got up. Okay, Documental Blue. Got that a little bit heavy. I think I'll be able to figure it out, but very nice. I would love to know everybody's thoughts. Which ones of these do you have, do you like, are new to you? Are there any you would want to try after seeing them swatched here? I'm really excited to try this and this pen. I'm especially loving how it looks on the B7 Natural. Looks like it's got pink sheen, which isn't showing up as much here. The Krishna Elegant Teal definitely has a pink sheen to it. The Madame Mulberry is a very interesting color. I like it, but the mulberry part of it is intriguing to me. And my phone is beeping, my apologies. Navy Jeans, look at how much of a copper sheen is emerging on that as it's dried. Wow. Not showing up as much on the Regalia paper as B7. B7 Natural is very much like Cosmo Air Light. It seems to me, looking at these, that it does do, and it has done for me in the past, a really good job of showing off the ink's qualities. I'm very intrigued by Cardinal, but I think the ones that maybe I am most drawn to experiment first a little further would be the Candle Day, the Cappuccino. I want to compare that with Burleywood, Cardinal, and Spirit. So thank you for watching. Myra, thank you again for this really fun selection of inks. And if you watch, please just let me know what those two mystery ones were.